the section where I would be introducing to us and giving us clarity on subjunctive. In the previous videos, I've talked about verbs, I've talked about use of verbs. Basically, I talked about tense, how you can use tense and time in the rules of verb. Now, where we stopped over there, this subjunctive will create a clearer picture. Now, please, I'd like us to listen carefully. So, first of all, what is subjunctive? Subjunctive simply means the use of time, the use of time in action words, the use of time in action words. Or we can also call it a form of verb that expresses uncertainty, a form of verb that expresses future ideas. Let me indicate it here. We can also call it what now? The form of verb that expresses uncertainty or some future, what's it called? Future ideas. Now, having said all of this, we need to also understand that subjunctive is very important because if you are a UTME student, if you are an SSC student, if you have not been taking notes of subjunctive, if you feel it the same way as every other verb, you are going to make a very big mistake. Now, there are 6 identities on subjunctive. Let me say it again. There are 6 identities of subjunctive that will change the basic law of time and action. So let me start with this. Now, when we talk about time and action, watch this. There is time, which is equal to what's it called? Action. From this place, I said the use of time and action. So what is that? If you have a present time, according to the normal law, your present time should be equal, or you should be use a present time with a present action. So what do we mean by present time and present action? For example, you have I eat today. Today is that time, present. So because you're talking about today, you have to use a present action, which we majorly call present tense. So number 2, if you have a past time, you have to use a past action. A good example is I ate yesterday. So this is what? Past time, past action. And also, you can have something here that says future time is equal to what? Future action. You can say what now? We will eat tomorrow. Now, these 3, they are the basic idea when you are dealing with subjunctive from this definition, use of time in action words. Now, there are about 6 subjunctives that will change these laws. 6 subjunctives. The moment you find any of those 6 subjunctive, it is important that you note that this law can no longer function. So what are these 6 subjunctives? So subjunctives would include, number 1, if you have something like I wish, this is a subjunctive. Number 2, if you have if or if only, this is another subjunctive. Number 3, if you have what we call as if, or you have what? As though, this is another subjunctive. Number 4, when you have it is I time, another one is or it is time. or you have it is about time. This is the fourth aspect of subjunctive. And number five, we have what we call I would rather. In case you don't have that, or you have I had rather. Do we understand this? And the sixth one that we have is what we call suppose or supposing. So as a YX student, take note of these six. Even if you're a UTME or post-UTME student, take note of these six. All of these six are the commonly used subjunctives in Nigerian basic exams. Let me say it like that. In WAEC, in NECO, in post-UTME, and also in JAM, you are going to have this kind of thing. So what am I saying? I'm saying to us that when we have any of these things, please take note the initial idea or the initial law between present time to present action, or past time to past action, or future time to future action. None of these laws will function any longer. None of it will function any longer, which, however, means that there is another law that will be introduced. And what is this other law that will be introduced by subjunctive? So let me show us this law. If you are following me, ensure you like, ensure you share, and ensure you make your comment. Please engage in this video, so that the more you engage, when you like and you share and you turn on your notification button, you will be able to understand that a video has been what now released. So let's move to the other parts. Now, please, I will indulge you to please take note of these subjunctives again. Please take note of these subjunctives again. Number one is I wish. Number two is if or if only. Number three is as if or as though. Number four is it is high time or it is time or it is about time. That's number four. And number five is I would rather, or you have I had rather. And number six is what? Suppose or supposing. It means that whenever you have any of these, you are to take note that we can no longer use the initial law. And what do we use now? So we can now say subjunctives must be followed with what? Subjects. And once it's followed with a subject, we can now say there is an action that will give us the time. So which means when you have subjunctive, it should follow what? The subject. And the moment it is coming in this format, this is what next is going to happen. Your present action will now give you a past time. Your future action as well will also give you a past time. And lastly, the past action will give you a past perfect time, or you call it tense. I'm calling it time so that you'll be familiar. You can either call it time or you call it what? Tense. Let me say it again. When you have subjunctive, it should follow with what now? Subject. And such that this whole idea, the agreement between the action and the time or the tense, will what now? Will change. We cannot have present action, past time, future action, past time, past action, past perfect time. Why is it like that? That is because your expression is being used with subjunctive. That is why it's like that. Let's take about two examples and we see there. Number one example, if you have a question that we have, it is high time you dash the room. This is a very popular WAEC and JAM question. Option A, you have redecorate. Option B, you have redecorated. Option C, you have redecorated. And option D, you have is redecorated. Now, so let's check it. This is the law. The first thing we need to look for is your subjunctive. And since we have subjunctive as it is I time, the next is what? Our subject is followed with you. So therefore, you can now say that what do I need to use? It says it is I time. It means that this is a present action, and however, since it is a present action, you have to use a past time. And what is the answer to this past time? Redecorated. Redecorated. Let's take one more example, and we are going to see something important. Let's see something like this. Bola acts as if he dash the manager. Option A, as if he is. Option B, as if am. Option C, we have where. And option D, we have what's it called? As. Bola acts as if. So as if is a subjunctive. However, we need a past time, and the answer is what now? As if he were. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, these are two examples that can help us on subjunctives. I'd like you to share, like, and turn on the notification button to help receive more videos. Thank you very much.